clicks, mouth noises, pops, they can really annoy your listeners and even stop them from listening to your podcast. So in this video, I'm going to go over how to remove them cleanly and quickly. Let's get started. So first, I'm going to show you a free method that you can do in any digital audio workstation. So whether you use Audacity, GarageBand, Reaper, and then the other method is going to be using iZotope RX, a paid tool. So if you don't already have a digital audio workstation, then you can go and get Reaper free for 60 days from Reaper.fm or Audacity from audacityteam.org. You can just download this for free and then drag your audio file in. I will leave links in the description below if you're not familiar with how to use a digital audio workstation, so you can get familiar with that first, and then you'll be able to do these things that I'm going to show you. So I've got a piece of audio here, and we've got 2 clicks. You can even see them from the waveform there, those big spikes in signal.
The host's character to shine through are the ones that grow the fastest and have the...
So obviously the first and easiest method is just by deleting it if it's visible. Don't worry, we're going to have a look at the one that's a little bit more difficult. This one is on its own, so it would simply be a case of cutting and deleting that click
and have them.
But I know that in a lot of cases, you're not going to be in that situation. It's going to be a bit more difficult. So if we zoom in, get as close as we can to the waveform and find where that click is. If it's not quite so visible, you just have to listen to each word individually.
Character to shine. The host character to
find where it is. So one method we could do is, again, simply cutting it out and then crossfading to blend it together. So if you try and highlight the click, you zoom in as close as possible and just find the bit where there's a spike in signal, we can delete that, split that and then delete it. And then normally, because it's such a small area, if you just crossfade those 2 pieces together, or just fade one in, fade one out, you won't be able to notice it.
The host's character to shine through.
Okay, so we've still got a little bit more there. Let's try cutting a bit more off that side.
The host's character to shine through are the...
Yeah, so it's kind of, you got that reverb a little bit there, the kind of echo of that click, whatever it was during the recording. So we could delete some more, but it will start to mess up the word.
The host's character to shine through are the ones that grow the...
I mean, that's pretty good. That's mostly gone now.
The host's character to shine through are the ones that...
And I think it's removed enough for it not to be quite so harsh. So most of these situations, you should be able to make that cut. Now, if this isn't going to work, or if you've got a recording that has loads of clicks throughout it, like the guest has kind of lip smacks whenever they open their mouth to talk,
grow the fastest,
then it's going to be a bit of a pain, but you can normally cut these little bits out where you can see that there's clicks before the word starts. You can cut these out. But if you want a more kind of easy, robust method to do this, there are paid tools that makes this a lot easier. So we're having a look at iZotope RX here. By the way, if you want to learn more about the podcast production process so you can edit, mix and master amazing sounding podcast episodes, then grab the free podcast production process cheat sheet at claricast.com/PPP. I'll leave a link in the description. It goes over the setup, the editing, mixing and everything else that you need to know to make your podcast productions the best that they can be. There are different versions of this software if you don't already have it. The cheaper version, the RX Elements, does have the D-Click plugin. And then, if you're doing a lot of podcast editing, then it might be worth investing in that. So I've just dragged this same file into iZotope RX.
The host's character to shine.
And we've got that click there. All you need to do with this one is you highlight the word, or you can highlight just the click. Or again, if the speaker just generally clicks when they speak, you can highlight the entire thing and then open the D-Click tool. Depending on how subtle it is, you're going to have to increase the sensitivity, which may affect the quality of the overall audio. But this is a very obvious one, so we're just going to highlight the word and click render.
Character to shine.
And then it's still there a little bit. It's just not so harsh, like it's reduced the level of it heavily.
Host character to shine through.
We could try upping the sensitivity and widening it so it's grabbing more of the click.
Character to shine.
And then it's almost gone now. You can hear a little dip in the level, so we might need to just bring it down somewhere in the middle.
Character to host's character to shine through are the ones that grow.
Yeah, so it's there, but it's not nearly as harsh. And again, if you reduce the sensitivity and you have somebody who's just very clicky in general when they speak, you can highlight the whole thing and render it and just make it a little bit more pleasant to listen to throughout. So we went over 2 methods to remove those nasty clicks from your recordings. Hit subscribe for the final part of the How to Fix podcast audio series, or find it in the links below. And for more podcasting tips and tutorials, stay right here. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.